Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Happy time, happier times. Sorry, I just finished watching a video about Verdun, World War I, and shell shock and artillery, and it was nuts. Let's have a little change of tune here. Guys, the original link to the video from Learning Canteen, top of the description, preemptively. What did I say? My name's Connor. Have I said everything? Let's go. Great. 10 best seaside towns in the UK. As someone who has lived in a seaside town my entire life, except for college, even then I was in New York City, which isn't far from the water, I can't imagine not living relatively close, like under 100 miles from the ocean. I guess the Great Lakes could be cool too. I've never been, at least not in recent memory, and I'd like to go back, or at least go for but I couldn't imagine. I can't imagine living in like Kansas or like central Canada or something like that, where it's just flat. Or at least Colorado, you have like I don't know. I'm glad I love living by the ocean. And let's see 10 best seaside towns in the UK. I would love to see any comments if you've been or lived here, or just want to comment. Great intro, perfect. Last video was horrifying.
10 best seaside towns in the UK.
Okay.
New towns are developing at the seaside across the UK, in addition to those ancient towns and cities. All of these towns and cities are worming their way into the hearts of tourists from home and abroad. With due respect to these towns and out of a deep sense of duty, we want to identify which of these...
the intro before play.
That's me. Nope, you stop. That was my other video uploading, guys. Sorry.
Due respect to these towns and out of a deep sense of duty, we want to identify which of these towns are the best so that we can help the decision-making process for those having reasons to consider seaside towns. On the basis of that, we present to you the 10 best seaside towns in the UK. Please note that most of these best towns in the UK have at one time or the other been the best in England. 10. Swanage, Dorset, England. The 10th place we'll consider as
one. Reminds me of Block Island. Reminds me a lot of Block Island, actually. It's a little island in Rhode Island. That probably sounds strange to you. Rhode Island isn't an island, okay? It's called... I can't tell you the amount of people that have... Rhode Island is not an island, all right? Let me just set the record, okay? Well, no. Rhode Island is an island. Now I'm confusing. The full name of Rhode Island, it's the smallest state, but it has the longest technical name. The full name of Rhode Island is Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. Rhode Island is the island that's called Aquidneck Island. That's what's referred to as Rhode Island. It's the biggest, by far the biggest island in Narragansett Bay, is pretty much all of Rhode Island. But the Providence Plantation part is the vast majority of land in Rhode Island that is on the mainland. Okay, so that's where the confusion... I feel like I just made it sound more confusing, but I would immediately start walking to those cliffs, climbing them.
10. Swanage, Dorset, England. The 10th place we'll consider as one of the best seaside towns in the UK is Swanage in southwest of England. The town has been a popular seaside resort since Victorian times. Up till now, families have continued to enjoy its calm, shallow beach. This seaside is also one of the 10 best seaside resorts in the UK. With its panoramic views, the seaside resort offers relaxing, luxurious holidays in self-catering accommodation, in caravans and luxury hot tub lodges. If you want to own a holiday home, they're available here with unrivaled views across the bay. The town is about 1 kilometre from the leisurely beautiful Swanage Railway. Its proximity to this and other parks, beaches and castles makes it a good choice. 9. St David's, Pembrokeshire, Wales. Stepping out of England, we find a small city and community in Pembrokeshire known as St David's. It is the smallest location in the whole of the United Kingdom with city status. With its stunning coastal scenery unmatched in Pembrokeshire, it's also the smallest urban area by local authority boundary. One of the reasons for its inclusion on this list is its ability to blend its sacred status with its national park. St David's has a relaxed and vibrant atmosphere as you see surf shops, outdoor adventure centres, holiday cottages and hotels in the shadow of its cathedral. 8. Southwold, England. When this town was found in the 9th position on the list of the most popular seaside destinations, we knew that it would be among the 10 best seaside towns in the UK. Now it is the number 8 on this list. All year round, Southwold remains a tourist attraction thanks to its dramatic coastline and beautiful architecture. Its cosy pub lunches and walks along its beach are charming. As you walk along its pier, you will see spectacular views as you check in and out of many independent shops. You would love the charming seaside resort of Southwold. Though it's almost an island, its sandy beach and hut-lined promenade offer a wonderful environment for holidaymakers and weekenders. 7. Fire.
Quick question. What is kind of the towns that are furthest away from the water, I guess? And I guess it'd be one of the towns like on the Wales-England border. Like Warwickshire or something?
North Yorkshire, England. Ironically to some, Firely, which is a town in the borough of Scarborough, considered unpopular by some people, is one of the 10 best seaside towns in the UK. Truly, this beautiful seaside destination in North Yorkshire deserves a slot here as one of the most popular in the UK. It used to be a fishing village before developing into a popular resort with a very large beach that is playing a remarkable role in popularising it. It is quieter than most of its neighbours and most of the other coastal towns. This is because it has enough accommodations, seats and transportation. There is no need for any rush here. You can just go there and enjoy your peace. 6. Rye, England. Rye is a small town and civil parish in the Rother district in East Sussex in England. This seaside town is at the confluence of the rivers Rother, Tillingham and Brede. As an important member of the Cinque Ports Confederation in medieval times and the head of an embayment of the English Channel, Rye is almost entirely surrounded by the sea. As one of the most popular seaside destinations in East Sussex in England and the entire UK, Rye is a half-timbered town with an array of unique shops. The beautifully preserved ancient harbour town is popular with artists, writers and holidaymakers. Its cobbled streets, historical buildings and attractive independent shops make it easy to keep wandering the streets for several hours.
Love it. I can't judge everything from, 30-second snippets of the town, but of the images I'm shown, this is my favorite. This looks amazing.
Writers and holidaymakers. Its cobbled streets, historical buildings and attractive independent shops make it easy to keep wandering the streets for several hours. 5. North Berwick, Scotland. The 5th of the 10 best seaside towns in the UK is the Scottish town of North Berwick on the south shore of the Firth of Forth. North Berwick rose to prominence as a fashionable holiday resort more than...
What of what?
Firth of Forth.
Firth of Forth?
North Berwick rose to prominence as a fashionable holiday resort more than 200 years ago because of its sandy beaches. They are still as influential and attractive today. North Berwick is home to the best designs of a mix of shops, cafes and bars, not to mention world-renowned golf courses. At North Berwick, you can have authentic seafood that polite and courteous staff can even bring for you straight from the boats.
Probably heard it a bunch of times. Overrated oysters. It tastes like seawater. It tastes like seawater. You ever accidentally just drunk a bunch of seawater? Well, you just had an oyster, because they're basically the same thing.
Different species of birds can be found in this place.
In my opinion.
4. Aberaeron, Wales. Let us get back to Wales to see the 4th best seaside town in the UK. It is the town of Aberaeron in Ceredigion. This quiet Welsh harbour community is 5th on our list of the 10 best seaside tourist towns.
Your harbor, what's it called? The moon water? Tides. Jesus. The tides are crazy.
This quiet Welsh harbour community is 5th on our list of the 10 best seaside tourist towns in the UK. Its catching scenery has severally earned its 5 stars. The scenes of houses Its catching scenery has severally earned its 5 stars. The scenes of houses painted in pastel colours are among these. For its peace and quietness, the town has also got a 4-star rating in many instances. All these are like jewels adorning this place to call home away from home, where you can mooch around the town. 3. St Andrews, Scotland. The second Scottish town to be found on the list of the 10 best seaside towns in the UK is St Andrews in the Fife area. Talking about its popularity as a seaside destination in the UK, it's currently the 4th most popular. And if you're looking at the population, St Andrews is the 4th largest settlement in Fife. In the whole of Scotland, it's...
Scotland looks beautiful. It might be my favorite just impression of, Wales, England, Scotland. I've never been to Scotland before. Never been to Wales either. And I've been to England before, but only like in London and a bit outside of London. But yeah, Scotland looks beautiful.
It's the 45th most populous. Anytime St Andrews features are on the table, it's being the home of golf can't take the back seat. As a tourist attraction, it gets 5 stars, and for shopping options, we give it 4 stars. Summing all of these together, it should be found on this list, and indeed it's the 3rd. 2. Tynemouth, England. Tynemouth in Northumberland is the 2nd best seaside town in the UK. This large coastal town in the metropolitan borough of North Tyneside has almost the same ranking and score as Dartmouth, which is the best on this list. It has been awarded 5 stars for its beach and 4 stars for scenery. Also, the quality of restaurants in Tynemouth and that of the metro station, especially at weekends, have been applauded almost by everyone. Beaches in Tynemouth are among the most popular. The same can be said about its top-notch accommodations, which make the town an unpretentious, family-friendly destination. It's such a lovely place to visit if you want to have a home in one of the best seaside towns in the UK. 1. Dartmouth.
Don't just glance over that. That's awesome. Okay, this is my favorite.
In one of the best seaside towns in the UK. 1. Dartmouth, England. According to our current yardstick, the best seaside town in the UK is Dartmouth in England. Considered a seaside resort, it was once the 2nd best. This town is unique as a tourist destination. Yachtsmen and tourists in general enjoy moving around the narrow streets of Dartmouth to see their medieval houses and old quays. This seaside town has a lot of fine seafood restaurants and bars with a unique menu in addition to antique shops. The former home of Dame Agatha Christie, the creator of the fictional Miss Marple, is forced to share this first position with Tynemouth because they both deserve it. If only for...
What does Dane mean? Judi Dench?
Those boat trips to share this first...
Did it say where Dartmouth is in England?
...position with Tynemouth because they both deserve it. If only for those boat trips along the River Dart with friends and relatives, or those pleasurable rides on the steam train from Paignton, your picnicking moments, just sitting and admiring the nature, you'll agree with Dartmouth's high ratings and scores that always keep it on top in rankings like this. Now, as you go through these 10 best seaside towns in the UK, which one of them do you usually prefer? We love to hear your own objective opinion on the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This is Learning Canteen.
Really cool. Awesome video as always. I'd love to see your guys' opinions if you think you left out something or you disagree with something or agree. Any comments in general, I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to see them, and I hope you guys are doing well. All right, see you next time. Bye, guys.